Throughout America's history, architecture has mirrored the nation's changing lifestyles, dreams, and values. From ornate Victorian mansions to sleek post-war homes, each era left behind its own unique look. Today, we'll explore 10 home styles that once defined American neighborhoods, but are now rarely seen. 1. The octagon house, the shape of efficiency. In the mid-19th century, a curious new design trend emerged, the octagon house. Popularized by Orson Squire Fowler, these 8-sided homes were believed to be healthier and more efficient. Fowler argued that the shape allowed for better sunlight, airflow, and space management. Most octagon houses featured flat roofs, cupolas, and wide verandas, a bold contrast to traditional square homes. Although the design saved materials and energy, it never became mainstream. By the early 1900s, the trend faded. Today, rare examples like the Longwood Mansion in Mississippi and Watertown's octagon house remain as reminders of this forgotten experiment in geometry. 2. Queen Anne style, the beauty of asymmetry. Between 1880 and 1910, America fell in love with the Queen Anne style, known for its elaborate woodwork, towers, and decorative shingles. These homes were colorful, asymmetrical, and proudly eccentric, the very symbol of Victorian elegance. While the style originated in England, the American version was even more expressive. The Carson Mansion in Eureka, California, stands as one of the grandest examples. But by 1910, as simpler colonial revival homes rose in popularity, Queen Anne's intricate designs slowly disappeared from new construction. 3. The American Foursquare, practical and reliable. In the late 1890s, homeowners wanted simplicity and strength. The result was the American Foursquare, also known as the Prairie Box. It was square, sturdy, and straightforward, usually 2 stories tall with a central dormer and a large front porch. This no-nonsense style was ideal for growing cities, where space was limited. Thanks to companies like Sears and Aladdin, people could even order their Foursquare homes through the mail. Affordable and efficient, these homes shaped many early 20th century neighborhoods across the Midwest. 4. The American Craftsman, the art of simplicity. Born from the arts and crafts movement, the Craftsman home valued quality over luxury. With low-pitched roofs, exposed beams, and handcrafted details, it celebrated natural materials and honest design. In California, this style took off with cozy bungalows that became the dream homes of the working class. The movement's leader, Gustav Stickley, even published the Craftsman magazine to share blueprints and design ideas. By the 1930s, however, modern architecture began to replace the Craftsman's rustic charm. Yet icons like the Gamble House in Pasadena continue to showcase its timeless beauty. 5. The Shotgun House, straight and simple living. If you've ever been to New Orleans, you've probably seen a shotgun house, a long, narrow home where rooms are arranged in a straight line. The name came from the idea that you could fire a shotgun through the front door, and the bullet would exit straight out the back. These compact homes were affordable, quick to build, and perfect for southern climates, allowing air to flow naturally from front to back. Though many fell into decay during the mid-20th century, cities are now restoring them. Fun fact: Elvis Presley was born in a shotgun house in Tupelo, Mississippi, which still stands as a museum today. 6. Tudor Revival, old world charm in suburbia. In the 1920s and 30s, America rediscovered its love for medieval Europe through the Tudor Revival style. With steep roofs, half-timbered facades, and tall chimneys, these homes looked like storybook cottages. Wealthy families especially loved this style, seeing it as a symbol of tradition and craftsmanship. Neighborhoods in New York and New Jersey are still dotted with Tudor-style homes. But after World War II, the movement lost momentum as people favored more affordable, modern housing. 7. Dutch Colonial Revival, a roof with a story. The Dutch Colonial Revival brought 17th century nostalgia back to life with its barn-like gambrel roof and symmetrical charm. This design was popular from the 1910s through the 1930s, especially in the northeastern states. Unlike early Dutch settler homes made of stone and brick, these revivals featured wood siding and dormer windows, creating bright, airy interiors. The most famous example, 112 Ocean Avenue in Amityville, New York, became world famous as the so-called Amityville Horror House. 8. Lustron Homes, steel dreams of the future. After World War II, America faced a housing shortage. To solve it, industrialist Carl Strandland introduced the Lustron home, a revolutionary prefabricated house made entirely of enamel-coated steel. Each house came in over 3,000 pre-cut pieces, easy to assemble, easy to clean, and nearly indestructible. They even had metal walls and built-in storage. Unfortunately, the company collapsed by 1950, ending production after only 2,000 homes. Still, many Lustron houses survive, silent monuments to post-war optimism and innovation. 9. The Atomic Ranch, mid-century modern magic. By the 1950s, sleek and futuristic atomic ranch homes became the symbol of modern American living. With open floor plans, wide glass windows, and minimalist roofs, they captured the energy of the space age. Architect Cliff May and builder Joseph Eichler turned these designs into suburban sensations across California. Their clean lines, vibrant colors, and indoor-outdoor living perfectly matched the optimism of mid-century America. 10. Brutalist homes. Concrete and controversy. The final style on our list, brutalism, was bold, raw, and often misunderstood. Emerging in the 1950s, it focused on strong geometric shapes and bare concrete surfaces. The name came from the French term béton brut, meaning raw concrete, not from the word brutal. Though admired by architects for its honesty and strength, most people found brutalism cold and uninviting. By the late 1970s, it had all but vanished from home design. Today, a few surviving brutalist structures are protected as important cultural landmarks, standing as testaments to an era of radical creativity. From the elegance of Queen and to the steel strength of Lustron, these forgotten homes tell the story of America's constant reinvention. Each design reflected a moment in history, a vision of comfort, style, or the future. So, if you could bring back one of these classic home styles, which would it be? Share your favorite in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for more fascinating stories from the past, right here on the American Rewind.